Hi there, it's Jamie Warner, CEO of Invarosoft, and I'm super excited to announce our latest feature releases for Q4 2020. So before I get stuck into that, I just wanted to give you a quick overview of our platform and roadmap. For those of you that are obviously using the platform, you're aware that we've been focusing on the customer experience front end. So you've got your ticket logging, approvals, forms, bots, news, push, automation, all that sort of stuff. But what's coming is that we are building a client portal. You're going to be able to show your clients tickets, approvals, service catalog, device listings, custom pages. You'll be able to show training and knowledge base, all that sort of stuff is going to be part of that, as well as an integration with Office 365 so that you'll be able to show licensing and all those sorts of things. So that's what we're busy working on as it stands right now. You're also going to be getting a VCAO functionality, and we're going to bring our MSP's IP to the table. You'll be able to do an actual presentation to a client. You'll have an ICT overview page, the audit, and that's presented using a traffic light system. The ICT recommendations, that's using the power of good, better, best, and our solution builder approach. Really the best way of presenting recommendations to a client, giving them options, making them choose. None of the other VCAO tools do that. And then of course you'll be able to present that in your ICT roadmap. We'll be bringing out the CSAT MPS and push. So when a ticket is closed, they'll get the push notification on the screen to increase the response rates of the CSAT and feedback. We're also going to be working on push ticket updates. So when an engineer places an update, it pops up a notification on the device. The user can then fill in and respond to that information. That will be contingent on the webhooks of the PSA. So we'll be working on that one. But really what we realized is we wanted to add more value to the table. And so we've decided to create really, I guess, an MSP toolkit in the form of IT control panel as the other side of the coin that we want to deliver value. So what you're going to get and see today is a desktop app. It includes live chat, secure caller verification, secure 2FA messaging, push messaging, and you'll be able to do ticket logging as well. And the next extension of that will be to bring that technology to the mobile app, and then you'll be able to have all of that functionality at your fingertips and start to interact more with the PSA and seeing tickets, logging tickets as a phase 2. So in terms of the roadmap, what you're going to be hearing today is the Q4 releases. In Q1, we're aiming to release the client portal, VCAO, CSAT. We'll also be doing the SMS broadcasting and verification, IT control panel apps, which is part of the actual IT control panel application. And then in Q2, we're hoping to release the push ticket updates, IT control panel mobile, device diagnostics version 2, the Office 365 client portal integration, client success bot, trend analysis, and conditional forms. So lots happening. And let's get stuck into the new features for Q4. So IT control panel, basically it's the help desk tool your engineers can't do without. And so from one powerful control panel, you can now use the live chat to communicate easily to users inbound and outbound. Small MSPs might want to just do outbound. Larger MSPs might want to do both if you've got the capability of handling that. But it's a beautiful system. You can have multiple chats going. This is just version 1 as well. You can log the ticket from the chat. You can save a chat and assign it to an existing ticket. It really works wonderfully well. So definitely recommend checking this out as another way to improve communication with your clients. So when the users call your help desk looking to access restricted information, you can now confirm their identity seamlessly using secure caller verification. You can set the time out of a message, pops up on the screen. You can have yes, no, or they put in a code and they can confirm their identity. And the next extension of that will, of course, be the SMS verification. So once you've actually confirmed the user's identity, you can then send information to them securely, such as passwords, using secure 2FA messaging. So this is a really wonderful tool to be able to send that encrypted end-to-end using 2FA, so we don't store any of the data, and you can send that information through to them securely. You have timeout to put the code in, you can have no timeout if you want, and a timeout for the message to display. So if you're familiar with Snapchat or Mission Impossible, the message will explode at the end. So if you've also been trying to chase a user, or you need to leave a note on their device, you can quickly send a push message that won't get missed. So in this example here, imagine you've been given an hour to actually solve something with the user. They've gone away to lunch and you want to leave a message. So instead of using Notepad, you can now use a beautiful push notification that sits on the screen waiting for them to return, or of course you could use it to chase down a user you can't get on the phone. So if you've got any dispatchers or anyone in your business that spends all day logging tickets, we also brought in the functionality to be able to quickly log a ticket into the PSA. So now they can get a huge productivity boost by being able to do that with lightning speed. It's something we thought would be a good little feature to have there. It's had really positive feedback. We didn't quite realize how often people want to just quickly log a ticket, and it is quite slow and laborious with the PSA systems for the most part to do that. So wonderful ability to log a ticket, and you can see the next button down is a quick portal access. So that's an SSO button that will auto authenticate you into the portal. So we've also have brought out web forms, ready to go, ready to use. You can now create web forms under IT support panel. You can see there, you just drop it down to web forms. You can create your forms. The whole idea is it could be an onboarding form. It could be anything outside of our ticket forms, which relate to IT support, where you want users to direct to. You want to direct users to. So you can, when you create a form, either just send it as an email, or if you attach it to a button, you can see here on the right, because we know who the user is, it'll log it via the API. So you can set up a form to log it, response as a ticket, or email in the event that it can't do that. So it might be just a link that you send to someone. You can then set the ticket type, subtype, and this is where you sort of have the questions at the bottom, similar to our other forms. So wonderful technology there to replace some of the tools you might be using, like Wufoo Forms, etc., all in the one platform. Our training bots, this is unique to Invarosoft. We are super excited by this one. This is going to make training your users so easy using automation. Basically what you can see here is you're going to have now the ability to have a training bot attached to your agent. So when you load that agent out there, whether it's authenticated or not, they'll be able, this little training bot will pop up training the user on your system, and you can link that training bot to a training document in our system. So wonderful way of automating the training of users. And the last thing I'll say here is that you've also got the on-demand ability. So if you've actually just implemented something new for a client, you can actually release a training bot and send it out to them, training them or whatever the new thing is. So this is what it looks like on the when you go to it. So you go under IT support bot, training bot, it'll all be under here. And you're able to set up the welcome. You can have a repeat. So after 30 days, send another one. This is the first message here. So you've got your title, you've got your mail merge information, you've got the button text and the document that you want to attach to. This is what the message looks like. Hey, welcome. This is our amazing app. This is what you can do. Click here to find out more. So this is going to be wonderful. If you remember, you've got new users starting across your clients all the time, every month, and you don't want to have to manually figure out who's been trained and who hasn't been trained. And this is all what is going to make sure that you get the maximum utilization of the Invarosoft platform. You really should be getting 50 to 60% of your tickets through the app and be looking to sort of phase away support at. And this way you get all the right information. This is going to make that possible. So feedback bot, this is something you can't actually configure, but it will enable you to get feedback. So when they log that first ticket, they'll get a message saying, thanks for logging the ticket, let us know about the app, and they'll be able to click one of these three buttons to give you feedback on what they like about it. And so under reports and product feedback, you'll then start to get this feedback collated. You can also get emails or turn the emails off. So under my account, you'll be able to configure that in terms of the notifications that you get. You just leave the box blank and it won't send you the email. But now you're going to start to get a little bit more intelligence of what they love about using IT Support Panel. We've also brought out friendly ticket names. So now when you go to your ticket type manager and you click edit on one of the ticket types, you now have this field to put in the friendly names, which then makes that a lot easier to present what you might want to present. And so you can keep whatever you've got there that makes more sense to you for the PSA, but then put a label at the front so that the customer really understands what ticket type it is. The final thing is approval rules by client. So now we got the feedback, we realized it was a bit clunky in terms of being able to update approval rules for a specific client. So now you can go to the client, click approvals on that client record as you saw on that first page, and come in here and you're actually able to create rules, approval rules for the client across all the different ticket types. You don't have to sort of figure out which client has got which approval rules and all that sort of jazz. So that makes that whole process a lot more intuitive and faster. It's going to save a huge amount of time. So if you want to get started, I recommend that if you want to improve that communication, you now have an amazing tool set at your fingertips. You're going to be able to improve identity security, especially in a COVID world. That's going to make a huge difference. You'll be able to increase productivity with all of this tool set. And so I definitely recommend you get stuck in and give your team IT control panel. And so book a demo if you want to have your own demo of the software. If you feel like you understand what was just being presented, get stuck in and start testing. If you want to start testing, IT support panel will be updated automatically, so you don't need to worry about that one. And to download IT control panel, which is what you see there on the right, go to the portal, you'll see the links, download the app. One of the things you do need to do is make sure that as a user, you now have to update your user with first name, last name. So just remember to do that. And then your portal credentials will be used to log into the app. If you have 2FA set up, that'll also be in play as well. So that's the update for Q4. We're super excited. This is a big move forward for Invarosoft to provide the MSP toolkit. So please get stuck in, start testing, give us your feedback. That's how we're going to be able to improve. But thank you for listening, and we wish you well going into 2021. And if you're already in 2021 watching this video, we wish you continued success. Thank you.